Hey guys, so I know it's the Monday after we did the Doctor Who week, and you're probably wondering why is she just like Matt Smith if she was bad-mouthing him last week. But here's the thing. Last Friday, I watched Pandorica Opens and The Big Bang 2, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's brilliant! And so I just was like, and then on Saturday I went over to AJ's and we watched Let's Kill Hitler, and then on Sunday I watched all of season 6 and it was brilliant. I just had to make some sort of tribute to say I'm sorry Matt Smith for bad-mouthing you, and I just can't believe how awesome it was. Like, one of the things I have to tell you guys that I will admit, I was so ecstatic about how happy I was about the new season. I was literally rolling around the floor at one point, and then at another point I was running around screaming on the downstairs. If you would like proof of that, I have 5 siblings and a couple friends who can testify. So here's the first thing I want to say, guys. I will most likely not be able to have this material, like this camera up here, next week because my sisters, Julie and Katie, who are the older ones, are going to Germany this Wednesday, and they're taking this computer and the other computer with them. So I'll be doing some messy camcorder work trying to get it on my computer. I won't be certain that it can even load, but I will try, and that is what counts. A quick note on my sister Katie. She is the one that gives our dog Heidi her baths, her medicine, and cuts her nails and takes her to the vet and stuff. And this weekend we finally found Heidi's nail clippers, and I don't know if I've told you this. I haven't told you this. I just thought of it. But our dog Heidi is a magical fat lard, and hates having her nails clipped. So she was able to break her nail clippers using her powers. We have no idea how they broke. It's impossible. But she's also the one who's able to teleport outside of locked doors. So it really should be no surprise. The next thing I was going to talk about is this week's theme, which is musical artists and albums and stuff. And I know we were supposed to name our top 5, but I actually came up with 10. So hold on, I'm going to get my list. The first one on my list is American Idiot by Green Day. A quick story about that. When I used to be younger, sort of younger, you know, in grade school, whatever. You get what I mean. I had this friend named Johanna who was like, I love Green Day, and I had never heard anything they did, so I was like, I love Green Day too. But it wouldn't be until later that I would realize I had heard their stuff before, and I just didn't realize it. For example, Wake Me Up When September Ends. I'd heard that plenty of times on the radio, but I didn't know that it was them. Another thing I love is Relient K stuff. Oh my gosh. Pretty much anything by Relient K is awesome. Why is the light different? Anyway, so Relient K is awesome. I got cut off by my camera for some reason. The next on my list is Billy Joel and Ben Folds, who I grouped into one because Ben Folds is directly influenced by Billy Joel, and their music is very similar, and I was pushing it with having 10 things on my list, so I just put them together. Next is Les Miserables, which, come on guys, I mean, that's just awesome. It has to be on the list. It's got some of the greatest music ever. Ministry of Magic, I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but they're an online YouTuber band where they have all this stuff on Harry Potter, and they're just so good. Even though they have a bunch of auto-tune stuff, you'll love it if you haven't heard them yet. The Tangled soundtrack, I figured I'd be killed by my entire group of friends who we call the Clan of the Frying Pan, because after exams back in December, we all went as a group to see a movie in Newport, and someone decided that we would go see Tangled because the other show was sold out. I just thought to myself, oh my gosh. I saw the commercial for this, and it was so bad. And then we went into the movie, and it was a musical. And it was fabulous, and it was so great. We made the group the Clan of the Frying Pan, which if you haven't seen the movie, that wouldn't make sense. But if/when you see the movie, my nickname in the group is Maximus. So keep that in mind when you see Maximus, because I've been told my personality is very close to him. So, the next thing is Prince of Egypt. Great DreamWorks movie. If you haven't seen it, you really should. It's got Michelle Pfeiffer. It's got, what's his name? The guy who plays Voldemort. Ralph Fiennes. It's got Ralph Fiennes. It's got Men of La Mancha, Brian Stokes Mitchell. I mean, I mean, that's just fantastic. And then I have the soundtrack of Shrek 2. Man, I'm in love with that soundtrack. And then I have the Baker's Dozen, which I think is a Cincinnati band, and they are a cappella, and I really want to play you some of their stuff sometime, but not right now because I'm just trying to get all of this in at once, and I already looked at my thing, and it says 2 minutes, and I'm pushing it. But those are my top 10. Sorry I pushed it really far. And just as a final note, bow ties are very cool. Oh my gosh. I'm so looking forward to more Matt Smith stuff because it's just so fantastic now. I really didn't like him in the beginning. I mean, I really, really didn't like him in the beginning. But Pandora opens and everything just... So, I think that's the end of my video. Sorry it's so long, / I pushed my limits with a bunch of stuff and I just included a whole bunch of stuff that shouldn't have been there. But I enjoyed doing it, and I guess Marianne, it'll be you tomorrow, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. Seem to have lost the video.